When you hear of the strongest bite, you probably think of the scariest animal like a lion, a tiger, or an alligator. But did you know that there are dogs with the strongest bite force that can kill you in seconds? They are the rulers who can ever outrage the king of the jungle. Among the most ferocious dogs with the strongest bite, these 13 have been ruling the billboard for years by now. You will not believe if I tell you that the number 1 dog on this list can fight a cheetah and defeat it in less than 10 seconds. So, watch the full video to know each and every catchy detail about them. But before that, do not forget to hit the like and share buttons, and do subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Also, do not forget to click the bell icon for getting all updates on our new videos. So, let's go! Number 13. The Pit Bull. Bite intensity 235 psi. Some people might be surprised by the ranking since it's commonly believed that the pit bulls are one of the dogs with the strongest bite force. The truth is that they don't even make to top 10 while having the ability to put tremendous force behind each of the nibbles. It's vital to keep in mind that so many of the pit bulls are actually hybrids, and those hybrids may contain breeds with even more powerful bites than even pit bulls. Well, as a result, you might never realize how powerful the dog's bite can be until you're dealing with a purebred pit bull. A statistical study over 13 years of fatal attacks by dogs in the US shows that the pit bulls were responsible for 66% of the total fatalities, with the Rottweiler and the German Shepherd coming in the second and the third position. Well, moving on to number 12. The German Shepherd. Bite intensity 238 psi. The German Shepherds are large and athletic, just like the Belgian Malinois and the Dutch Shepherds, and they are highly desired by the military and police enforcement agencies all over the world. These dogs are well liked as household pets, despite the fact that they can be scary working dogs. Why are German Shepherds bite more vicious if they're so closely related to the Belgian Malinois and the Dutch Shepherd? Well, they are generally a little bit bigger than their cousins, for one thing, but that's a chance that this data is inaccurate, so treat that information with caution. Do you want to know what we have for number 11? The answer is the American Bulldog. Bite intensity 305 psi. Since size appears to be the primary factor influencing the biting strength, American Bulldogs are essentially the larger cousins of the Pit Bulls and the English Bulldogs. However, the American Bulldogs were typically friendly, lovely dogs with the smaller counterparts. However, they are raised and that does matter. These puppies could be harmful if you do not socialize them and teach them from a young age because they have a strong will to do so. Take your dog's training very seriously because you don't want to be the owner of a stubborn, disobedient dog that can generate for 305 psi with each bite. Oh my goodness, can you believe that? Moving on to number 10, the Rottweiler. Bite intensity 328 psi. The Rottweiler can put the most force behind each of the bite of 3 dog breeds, the Pit Bulls, the German Shepherds, and the Rottweilers, that are most frequently thought to be one of the dogs with the strongest bite force in the canine world. But ultimately, they only just cracked to the top of number 10. The Rotties are large, intimidating animals that if improperly taught and socialized can be harmful, particularly to strangers. But because they're extremely needy, having a Rottie may be like having a 100-pound baby who sobs whenever you leave the room. So, be careful when you own one. Number 9. The Leonberger. Bite intensity 399 psi. Although they aren't the most well-known breed, the shaggy goofy giants can pack a powerful bite given their size. They frequently weigh more than 150 pounds, and however, unlike many of the other breeds on the list, the Leonbergers are more commonly utilized for search and rescue operations than other security or law enforcement duties. They were probably originally developed to protect the cattle, which would need them to defend themselves from wolves, bears, and other dangerous animals. Hence, their massive size really matters. Today, though they are frequently utilized as water rescue animals, and all that strength is useful when you need to save a person who's drowning in a lake. Well, can you guess what we have for number 8? The answer is the Doggo Argentino. Bite intensity 500 psi. The South American puppy is frequently mistaken for the pit bulls or the American bulldogs, but they truly don't resemble either breed in all that much. The now extinct Cordoba fighting dog was first crossed with the giant breeds including the Great Danes, the darkest Tiburex, the Irish Wolfhounds, and the Pyrenees Mastiffs to make them. The Antonio Norris Martinez, a doctor, developed this breed in the 1928. Fun fact, is not it? The Martinez desired a pet that would be devoted, loving friendly, as well as be able to help with large game hunting and provide protection for his home. The outcome was a breed that is currently and frequently used as a therapy dog and is very social, although they also do the police work on the side. For number 7, we have the Presa Canario. The bite intensity 540 psi. The Presa Canario or the Spanish Mastiff has long been admired for their intimidating size. Over the course of their lengthy history, these dogs, which frequently weighed more than 150 pounds, have served as the fighting dogs and security dogs and even war dogs. These dogs can be affectionate, docile, and even lovely, but they require a lot of socialization and training to remain that way. Can you guess what's for number 6? The answer is the English Mastiff. Bite intensity 552 psi. Most kennel clubs simply refer to the English Mastiff as the Mastiff, and hence they are frequently used as the standard for what a Mastiff type dog should be. However, this is more likely a result of the fact that the kennel clubs were founded in England than it as a result of the breed's historical claim to superiority. Although they are capable of inflicting pain on a person with their jaws, the English Mastiffs are normally docile and even-tempered canines, being considered to be one of the dogs with the strongest bite force. Because of this, you won't often see the dogs being deployed by the military or even the law enforcement, even though their frightening size alone can make them excellent protection dogs. Well, for number 5, we have the Tosa Inu. Bite intensity 556 psi. The Japanese Mastiff or the Tosa Inu is just as big as commanding as any of its relatives. However, unlike many other Mastiff type dogs, these canines are usually quiet and vigilant. Although the Tosa Inus generally have even temperaments, they still need a lot of socialization and obedience training. You should pay close attention to how they interact with other dogs because they have a tendency to become aggressive and irritable when they perceive a threat to their families or their dear property. By now, you might have guessed what's for number 4, the Doggo Tiburex. The bite intensity 556 psi. The French Mastiff or the Doggo Tiburex is an ancient breed that has been around since the last 14th century. On farms, these enormous canines were used for a variety of tasks, including the pulling carts and watching their cattle. This is one of the oldest Mastiff-like breeds in the world, and many people think that they're direct descendants of the Great Molossus, a large battle dog that is regarded as the ancestors of the Mastiff types today. Well, moving on to number 3, the Cane Corso. Bite intensity 700 psi. Italy and the Cane Corso, or the Italian Mastiff, are the next stop on our tour of the Mastiff's breed, the geographical distribution. These dogs used to be extremely widespread throughout the nation, but they are now primarily restricted to the Puglia region in the south. The Cane Corso often weighs only 110 pounds or thereabouts, making them slightly less huge than the other Mastiff type breeds. They are, however, often more muscular than their cousins, which accounts for the ability to deliver such a powerful bite. Number 2. The Band Dog. Bite intensity 730 psi. This breed, also known as the Band Dog Mastiff, is thought to have originated in England, sometimes in the 13th century, and is a cross between the Pit Bull Terrier and the Napoleon Mastiff. The Bull and Beezers is one of the most frequently mentioned options, although it's possible that there is a DNA mixed in there as well. This breed is uncommon, and the kennel clubs and other regulating bodies do not typically recognize them. They have quite a fearsome history, and the monkiest stems from the fact that they were band up or chained up until they were needed as a guard or battle dogs. Despite its terrible past, this species has a reputation for being emotionally dependent, so don't be shocked if you end up with a 125-pound lapdog. Well, you might have guessed what's for the last one. Number 1. The Kangal. Bite intensity 743 psi. Oh my goodness, can you even imagine how ferocious this dog can be? This breed is in the top 7 that isn't a Mastiff of some description is the Kangal. Or the Kangal Shepherd, this Turkish dog is thought to have originated in the Central Asia. It is not surprising that the jaws are lethal weapons, given that they have been employed as herding dogs for a long time, and have been expected to battle the lions, the wolves, the bears, the jackals, and other predators. Despite the fact that they can make terrific companions, these canines are unquestionably working dogs and are therefore never off the duty. They can be distant from strangers and possessive towards their families. But with the proper socialization, they can develop into devoted, caring guardians. Hence, due to their extremely powerful bite force, they rank at the top of the list for the dogs with the strongest bite force. Well, here are the top 13 dogs with the strongest bite force, and hope you have liked this video. Stay with us for more amazing content on dogs, and let us know in the comment section if you have any information about these breeds, or if you want us to add any breed on this list. Well, until then, have a great day.